Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live. With Mia Sammons and TJ Sweeney.
The Lions battled the Cougars, and now they're getting set for the matchup of the area's two top-ranked teams. We've got the highlights.
One member of our football team isn't out on the field, but fills a valuable role. You'll hear what that role is and how much his teammates and parents appreciate it.
And we're in the classrooms. Hear how teachers are getting students involved.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Mia Sammons.
And I'm TJ Sweeney.
We've been experiencing issues with the stream, but we're continuing to work fixing the problem. So hopefully you're seeing us and we aren't buffering or jumping across the screen.
Yes, but let's jump right into the news for today.
The varsity football team is now 5-1 this year, following their blowout win against Westland on Friday.
The Lions led from start to finish, winning 56-7.
D.R. Hubbard scored for the Lions' first two touchdowns to give them a 14-0 lead.
Brennan Ward threw touchdown passes to Braden Sanders and Jake Bushelman.
Amir Simmons had a great night as well, rushing for 129 yards and only 5 carries, including 3 touchdown runs of 28, 7, and 47 yards.
The defense held Westland to just 99 yards of offense and had 6 quarterback sacks.
The Lions are now the top-rated team in Division I, Region 3, just ahead of New Albany, who they will play at Whitehall High School in a home game away from home on Friday.
Our Jillian Sanders spoke with some of the Lions after the game.
We came in with the expectation of blowing them out, trying to improve on things we need to improve on, focus on our assignments and stuff like that.
Coach is on saying it's about us, you know. So like, if we make sure we take care of all things offensively and defensively, I feel like we'll be straight. As far as like games like this, we got to execute and do everything we got to do. You know, RB's got it out, defense got it out. All individually we did our things. So we got to continue to do that leading into next week.
Congrats on the win, guys. Friday night football brings out so many people who come to support the team, between the student section, players' parents, the band, and cheerleaders.
That's right. However, the team also has major support right on the sidelines, and that support comes from one particular individual who is there for the team through all of its ups and downs.
Mia takes a closer look into how this individual contributes to the team and how much his contributions mean.
Davis White, sophomore football player who takes on a different role for the team.
Davis is our director of water. We gave him that role because it's an important role. And something consistent that I thought he could be in charge of. You know, why I gave it to Davis, Davis wanted to be a part of our program.
Davis has been a huge help for our staff. He assists with water during timeouts, during breaks, so we can focus on guys that get injured. But hydration is a huge part of the game, so it helps decrease cramping and musculoskeletal injuries. So
even though Davis's role is not on the field with the ball in hand or blocking or running a play, his participation is equally important.
It's clear that Davis gives tons of support to the team, but one thing about Davis is he has been supporting Gahanna football his whole life.
He's always kind of had a connection to Gahanna football because both his older brothers played football here, and they both played Miami football. So he's always loved football. He's always been around the football team a bit because of his brothers, and so this was his first opportunity to really be part of the team and get out there and kind of enjoy things.
Many people get wrapped up in the game of football and forget to appreciate the people supporting behind the scenes. However, Davis's teammates and parents fully appreciate his dedication to the program.
I love Davis because he's like my hype man at practice. He's always coaching me up, and it's good to have around. Great energy. We've had a lot of good times on Friday nights, and he's just a great kid.
He's doing a great job out there. I'm very proud, especially when he, follows through and does what he's supposed to do. Sometimes he's a sophomore. So, I mean, sometimes, like any other sophomore, it comes and it goes. But when he gets out there, he focuses, he does his job, he's excited, he's a good teammate. Very proud because that's all you can really ask for.
Davis's love for the team and the game just goes to show that an athlete comes in many forms. This is Mia Sammons for Lincoln Live.
The freshman Lions took home a win this past Saturday, ending the game 41-10.
Ryan Washington threw a TD pass to Johnny Jenkins. Ryan Washington scrambled out of the pocket and ran for a touchdown. Braden Cohey, Trey Wilson, and Naomi Johnson made nice defensive plays to keep the Cougars from scoring.
Great job, Lions. Lincoln is now 3-3 this season and will be battling the Eagles at New Albany on Saturday at 12. Make sure to come out and support.
The girls' soccer team is on top. They beat Reynoldsburg on Saturday night 2-0. They had a hard time connecting in the first half, but then Sydney Arrington and Claire Highland scored for the Lions in the second half. The ladies are now 5-4. We caught up with Sydney and Julian Salmons after the game.
Since last year, we've had to completely rework our defense, basically with a lot of new people coming in. So I feel like we've been looking pretty strong. We didn't do as well tonight as we would have liked, but we'll just keep working.
We beat New Albany, which was a higher level team, which was great. We were on such a high. We came in here, who was a lower level team, played them. We struggled to get into our groove, but once we got in it, it was good. We scored 2 goals and ended up with the win.
Thanks, guys. Now, stepping aside from soccer, our girls' volleyball team is on a 9-game winning streak. The Lions defeated Westland last Thursday to start off the second round of OCC play. The game was never close as the ladies took the win in 3 sets. Key players for the Lions were Audrey Kottner, Jillian Sanders, and Caitlin Hines keeping the front row dominant, as Leal Simmons, Aubrey Tomczyk, and Noelle Perkins held down the back row. We caught up with a couple of players after the game to get their thoughts on the big win.
So right now we're 6-0 in the OCC matches, and we got a tough match coming up on Tuesday, Dublin Kaufman, but we're going to bring all this energy in from our 9-game win streak. We're going to come in and we're going to go balls to the wall.
Okay, so we're all best friends on and off the court, and so having that connection off the court really shows on the court, and you can see that in the way that we just connect the pass to set to hit. It's just a beautiful connection, and we're excited to see how this goes the rest of the season.
Thanks, girls, and good luck tomorrow against Dublin Kaufman. This is a quick reminder to coaches and club advisors. We'd love to give our athletes and members the attention they deserve. So please don't forget to send us results from your games and details from your clubs, and we will do the best we can to get them on Lincoln Live. Just send us an email at lincolnlivetv@jjps.org. Make sure you put the TV at the end of Lincoln Live. Again, that's lincolnlivetv@jjps.org.
Want to get involved here at the school? We have 27 sports here at Gahanna Lincoln. One of those sports is women's lacrosse. We caught up with one of the players, Ella Wise, to tell you information that you will need for this upcoming season for new players and returnees. Here she is.
It's Thursday. Here at the library at 6 p.m. we're going to have a meeting for lacrosse. Players, new and old, can come. It's for parents and students. It's basically an informational meeting where you learn what to expect in the season, expenses, and how to help out your team. I'm really excited because this year we're going to do a spring trip together, basically go down and play lacrosse together, so that's a lot of fun. We haven't done that yet. But I really think people should come because it's a great way to meet new people and to have friends and to get involved with the school and sports. So.
Homecoming is just a few weeks away, and while everyone is out buying their attire, there will also be something else available to purchase. Every year, our National Honor Society chapter sells mums in honor of homecoming, and you can buy them for your friends or even a special someone. We caught up with NHS President Maya Weber with the details on when and where you can buy them.
So homecoming is coming up, and NHS is selling mums, so starting September 29th to October 6th. During all the lunch periods in the concession stand, mums will be sold, so come get your mums.
Thanks, Maya. Hey, Mia, I think we have another guest joining us in the studio today.
Yes, we do. It's our very own Gabby Weil. Good morning, Gabby. How are you doing today?
Well, lately I've been filled with this overwhelming sense of dread, but other than that, I'm doing great.
That's great to hear, Gabby. What do you have for us today?
Well, there are many things that go on in classrooms here at Lincoln, and one of those things is happening right in the government class of Mrs. Davis, where they got to build and make their own countries from scratch, which consisted of coming up with their own economies and nations. They were able to express themselves as a group and come up with different anthems and flags. We caught up with a few students to share what they learned and how they accomplished this big project.
We focus our government around fulfilling the people's needs. We focus more on the different communities inside our nation. We learned about different types of governments like democracy, theocracy, and monarchy.
I learned about how different governments worked, and I learned that dictatorship is basically how the government has control of everything, and it has a lot of punishments and cruelty. It's probably the worst type of government.
Mrs. Davis's class isn't the only class that's doing amazing things here at GLHS, and Mrs. Palmer's biology class had an interesting lesson out in the main lobby last Thursday. The students are learning about the classification of different traits within living organisms, and they played a fun game involving removing their own shoes to easily understand how differentiable certain traits are. We talked to a student afterwards about their thoughts on the lesson.
I liked today because it was a very interactive experience. Miss Williams stepped in while we were doing all these cool exercises out in the hallway. We were able to do an experiment about talking about shoes and learning kind of about how to characterize things.
Well, that's all I have for you today. Now back to my favorite anchors at the news desk.
Thanks, Gabby. Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you today.
But as we say goodbye, we wanted to show you a little bit of the band from Friday night.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.